A memorable childhood experience and its impact. Imagine listening to someone reminiscing about their childhood. They might begin by saying, "One of my most vivid childhood memories is the summer I spent at my grandmother's farm. It wasn't just a vacation. It was a whole different world." They might then describe the sights and sounds, perhaps saying, "I remember waking up to the sound of chickens clucking and the smell of fresh bread baking in the oven. The days were filled with exploring the fields, helping with the animals, and learning about nature." They might continue, "I was probably about 7 or 8 years old, and everything felt so big and exciting. My grandmother taught me how to milk a cow, and I remember feeling such a sense of accomplishment the first time I managed to do it myself." They may also add a humorous note. "Of course, I also remember a few mishaps like the time a chicken chased me around the yard." But then they'll likely transition to the impact of that experience. "Looking back now, that summer really shaped who I am. It taught me the value of hard work, respect for nature, and the importance of family. It's something I often think about when I need a reminder of what truly matters." This type of reflection allows the listener to not just hear the story, but understand the lasting influence of a seemingly simple event. A time you faced a significant challenge and how you overcame it. Picture listening to someone recount a challenging period in their life. They might begin by saying, "A few years ago, I faced a really significant challenge when I had to relocate to a new country, and also learn a new language and adapt to a completely different culture. And that was very difficult." They might go on to describe the initial difficulties. "At first, everything felt incredibly overwhelming, and I didn't speak the language, and I felt so lost. Simple tasks like buying groceries became a huge challenge, and I felt so isolated and alone." They might then delve into the process of overcoming these difficulties, perhaps saying, "I knew I couldn't give up, so I started taking language classes, and I tried to interact with local people. Even though it was so hard at the beginning, I also tried to find a local group so that I can make new friends. I slowly began to understand the culture and make new friends, and I started to feel more comfortable and more confident in my day-to-day life, and also in my professional life." Then they might conclude with the lasting lessons. "Looking back, that experience made me much stronger, more adaptable, and more resilient. It taught me the importance of perseverance, and also the importance of reaching out for support when you need help, and also the importance of never giving up on your dreams." This kind of story highlights the process of overcoming adversity and the valuable life lessons that can come from such struggles. A person who has had a great influence on your life. Imagine listening to someone describe a person who has been influential in their life. They might begin by saying, "When I think about someone who's had a really profound impact on my life, my mind immediately goes to my high school English teacher." They might then describe the qualities that made this person so special. "She wasn't just a teacher, she was also a mentor, a guide, and an inspiration. She was incredibly passionate about literature, and she had a unique ability to make the stories and characters come to life. And she always encouraged us to think critically and also to express ourselves creatively." They might continue with specific examples of how they were impacted. "She believed in me, even when I didn't believe in myself, and she always pushed me to reach my full potential. She made me feel that I had something to say, and that my voice was important." They might then explain the lasting impact. "Years later, I still remember her lessons, and her passion for knowledge and for learning, and she has inspired me to be a teacher too, because I also want to help young people to express themselves, and to love learning and to feel inspired." This type of reflection allows the listener to hear not just a description of a person, but also how their influence changed the speaker's life. A decision you made that changed your life path. Picture someone sharing a pivotal moment in their life. They might begin by saying, "One of the most significant decisions I ever made was to quit my well-paying office job and pursue my dream of becoming a full-time artist, and this decision completely changed my life path." They might then describe the circumstances. "At the time, I felt completely stuck in a routine, and I felt unfulfilled, and I felt that I needed to express my creativity. I was very unhappy with my work, and I didn't feel motivated to keep going in that same path." They might also detail the process of making the decision. "It was a very difficult decision, because it was very scary to leave the security, of my job and pursue a career in art because it is not always very stable or very easy to be successful. But I knew that I had to follow my heart and follow my passion, so I took the risk. They might then describe the impact. Looking back, I can honestly say that was the best decision I ever made, and now I work as an artist full-time. And I feel more creative, more fulfilled, and I feel so proud of all the things that I have achieved so far because I followed my heart and I followed my dreams, and that changed everything for me. And this story underscores the importance of taking risks and making choices that align with your values and passions. A moment you felt truly proud of yourself. Imagine someone recalling a moment of profound self-pride. They might start by saying, "The moment I felt most proud of myself was when I completed my first marathon, and I ran for 42 kilometers, and I never thought that I could achieve that." They might then describe the challenges of the experience. The training was very difficult and very intense, and it was physically and mentally demanding, and I had to push myself very hard. I even thought about giving up. Because there were days that I felt so tired and so exhausted. They might then describe the actual moment of accomplishment. When I finally crossed the finish line, I felt such an incredible sense of accomplishment and relief, and also pride, and I felt like I was a champion. And I felt that I could achieve anything I set my mind to. And it was one of the best moments of my life. They might conclude by emphasizing the lessons learned. That experience taught me that hard work, discipline, and dedication can really pay off, and that I am much stronger than I ever thought I was. And now I apply that discipline to all areas of my life. This recollection emphasizes the rewards of perseverance and the feeling of accomplishment after overcoming a demanding challenge. A skill you've learned and the process of acquiring it. Picture someone sharing their experience of learning a new skill. They might start by saying, "Learning to play the guitar was a long and challenging process, but it also became a beautiful and rewarding journey." They might then describe the initial stages. "At first, I felt very frustrated and overwhelmed. The chords were very difficult for me. My fingers hurt a lot and I didn't know how to read music. And also I didn't understand how to use all the techniques properly, and I even thought about giving up many times." They might then explain the steps they took. "However, I decided to be persistent, and I decided to be disciplined. And I found a great teacher, and I also practiced every day. And I started very slowly and with simple songs, and I tried to be patient with myself, and then gradually I started to improve and started learning more complex songs." They might also explain the benefits of acquiring that skill. "Now I can play many songs, and I love to share my music with my friends and family, and also playing the guitar has become one of my favorite hobbies and a big part of who I am, and it also has given me more confidence and more self-esteem." This reflection emphasizes the commitment and effort involved in mastering a new skill, and also the joy and the benefits it can bring. A place that holds special meaning for you. Imagine someone describing a place that's deeply personal. They might begin by saying, "There's a small cabin by a lake that holds so many special memories for me. It's not a fancy place, but it's a place where I feel so at peace, and I feel so connected to nature and to myself." Then they might describe the features of the location. "It's a very simple wooden cabin with a small porch, and it's surrounded by tall trees, and also a very beautiful lake, and the water is so clear and it always reflects the beautiful colors of the sky, and it's just breathtakingly beautiful." They may also share specific details of activities they did there. "I used to go there every summer with my family, and we used to swim in the lake, and we also used to go fishing and have picnics and tell each other stories by the fireplace, and also listen to the nature's sounds." They might also conclude by emphasizing the emotional connection they have with the place. "It's a place where I can always relax, reflect, and reconnect with myself, and also with my family, and I know that I can always go there to find some peace and some quiet, and also to recharge my energy, and it will always be a special place in my heart." This type of description creates a sense of intimacy and allows the listener to understand the profound emotional connections people can have with specific locations. A cultural tradition that you find fascinating. Imagine someone sharing their appreciation for a cultural tradition. They might start by saying, "One cultural tradition that I find incredibly fascinating is the Japanese tea ceremony. It's not just about drinking tea, it's about a lot more than that. It's about the rituals and the process and the intention. Then they might describe the specific elements of the tradition. It's a very beautiful and mindful ceremony. Every movement is very precise and graceful, and also every object has a purpose. And also the preparation of the tea is a form of art, and it's a beautiful way to show respect to the guests and to enjoy the tea with mindfulness. Then they might describe why they find it so appealing. I love the idea of taking time to slow down and to appreciate the simple things in life, and also the ceremony has a unique and very calming atmosphere, and it's a very mindful and spiritual experience. They might also conclude by talking about the lasting effect that the experience had on them. It has taught me to appreciate the present moment and to be more mindful of my own actions, and also to be grateful for all the simple things in my daily life, and that's why it's so important for me. This kind of description connects the listener with cultural practices and also highlights their impact on personal values and perspectives. An experience that broadened your perspective. Picture someone sharing a moment that changed their worldview. They might start by saying, "I had my perspective completely broadened when I volunteered in a refugee camp, and it was a completely life-changing experience." They might then describe the initial shock and realization. "Before that, I was living in my own bubble, and I was not really aware of the different challenges that people face around the world, and how fortunate I am. But when I arrived at the refugee camp, I was faced with the reality of how many people suffer, and how challenging their lives are, and it was very shocking to me." Then they might talk about the connections they made and the understanding they gained. "I met so many incredible people there who had amazing stories to share, and they had so much resilience and so much strength and so much courage and kindness despite everything that they have gone through. And also, I realized how strong the human spirit can be, and also how important empathy is." They might conclude by detailing the impact of the experience. "That experience completely changed my worldview, and also my values, and now I am much more aware of the world's problems, and also it inspired me to want to help others, and also to always make a positive impact in the world, because now I understand that it's all about helping people, and also connecting with people, and supporting others, and also learning from each other, because we are all human." This story shows the power of real-world experience to transform our outlook and inspire action. Your views on work-life balance. Imagine someone reflecting on their approach to managing work and personal life. They might start by saying, "Finding the right work-life balance is something I've been trying to perfect for a while, because I feel that is essential for my well-being and also for my happiness." Then they might discuss the difficulties of achieving that balance. "It's so hard to juggle all the responsibilities of my work, and also with my family, and also with my personal goals and with my free time, and also sometimes it feels overwhelming, but I am learning how to do it better, and I know that's an essential skill in life." They might then outline the strategies they use. "I try to plan my day and prioritize my tasks, and also I make time for exercise and for hobbies and for spending time with my family, because it's important to give all of them quality time." Then they might conclude by emphasizing the importance of this balance. "I believe it's very important to be productive at work, but also it's equally important to have time to rest and to do things that you enjoy, because it's all about taking care of your physical and mental well-being. And also, if you take care of yourself, then you can perform better at your work, and you can also improve your personal relationships." This reflection highlights the ongoing effort to manage competing demands and prioritize well-being. The impact of social media on society. Picture someone discussing the complex effects of social media. They might begin by saying, "Social media has had a very profound and very complex impact on our society. It has many positive aspects and also many negative aspects, and that's what makes it so interesting to discuss." Then they might explore the positive effects. On the one hand, social media has connected people from all over the world, and it has also allowed people to share their stories and to organize events, and also to raise awareness about important social causes, and that's also very powerful. They might then delve into the negative effects. However, on the other hand, social media has also contributed to the spread of misinformation and cyberbullying, and also to social isolation, and also to mental health issues, and also to privacy breaches, and that is very concerning. Then they might talk about the need for balance and critical engagement. We need to be more aware of the potential risks of social media, and we need to learn how to use it more responsibly, and also to be more critical about the information that we find online so that we can use social media in a productive and positive way. This conversation demonstrates the need to navigate the complexities of modern technology and its influence on our lives. The importance of environmental protection. Imagine someone sharing their thoughts on environmental conservation. They might start by saying, "I believe that environmental protection is one of the most important issues of our time, because our planet is our home, and we need to take care of it and preserve its natural beauty for future generations." Then, they might explain the threats the planet is facing. Our planet is facing many challenges, such as climate change and deforestation and pollution, and also the extinction of many species. And we need to act now before it is too late, and also we need to be aware about all our actions. Then they might detail what we can do individually and collectively. We can all make small changes in our daily lives, such as reducing our waste, using less energy and water, and also supporting sustainable products and practices, and also supporting companies that care about the environment. And also we can be vocal and raise awareness in our community. They might also conclude by emphasizing the long-term impact of our actions. We all have a responsibility to protect our planet, and we all need to act together so that our planet can be beautiful and can be healthy for future generations to enjoy. This reflection underscores the collective responsibility we have to safeguard our environment. The challenges of living in a multicultural society. Imagine someone discussing the complexities of living in a diverse community. They might start by saying, "Living in a multicultural society is a very enriching experience because you get the chance to learn about so many different cultures and also different perspectives and traditions, and also you get to expand your horizons, but it is also a very challenging experience." They might then elaborate on the positive aspects. "It's so amazing to be surrounded by people from all over the world, and also it's amazing to learn about new cultures and new traditions, and also to try new foods and new types of music, and also to speak new languages, and to create amazing friendships with people from different backgrounds, and it's a unique and very enriching experience." They might also share the challenges that might arise. But also living in a multicultural society can be very challenging, because sometimes there are cultural misunderstandings, and also sometimes there are communication barriers, and sometimes also people are not very tolerant, and that can lead to conflict and to prejudice. Then they might also express how we can navigate those challenges. We need to learn to be more open-minded and also to be more tolerant. And also we need to celebrate our differences and learn from each other. And also we need to treat everyone with respect, regardless of their cultural background, and be aware of all our actions, because that's what's truly meaningful. This type of discussion demonstrates the need for empathy and understanding when living in a globalized world. The role of education in personal and societal development. Picture someone reflecting on the importance of education. They might begin by saying, "I firmly believe that education is the foundation of all personal and societal growth, and also I think that education is a powerful tool that can change lives and that can also transform societies and contribute to a better world for everyone." They might then describe the personal impact of education. Education is essential for personal development because it equips us with the knowledge, the skills, and the values that we need to be successful in life. And also it allows us to become critical thinkers, and to become problem solvers, and to become better communicators. And also it helps us to become better versions of ourselves, and it also allows us to fulfill our potential. They might also elaborate on the benefits to society. Also, education is very important for societal development because it can contribute to a better and more equal world, and it promotes social justice and economic growth and technological innovation, and also promotes sustainable development. And also education empowers people and enables them to contribute to their community and to their country. Then they might conclude by emphasizing the importance of access to quality education for all. We need to ensure that everyone has access to quality education, regardless of their socioeconomic background or any other factors, because that's key for a better future for everyone. This reflection underscores the transformative power of education at both the individual and collective level. The ethical implications of artificial intelligence. Imagine someone discussing the ethical concerns surrounding artificial intelligence. They might start by saying, artificial intelligence is advancing very rapidly, and while it offers many great benefits to society, it also raises some very important ethical questions that we must face and that we must discuss. Then they might elaborate on the potential benefits. AI can be used to automate many tasks, and it can also be used to improve efficiency and to improve decision-making in many areas, and also to help us solve some of the world's most challenging problems. Then, they might delve into the ethical implications. But also, AI raises concerns about job displacement, and also about bias and discrimination, and also about privacy, and also about security, and also about the potential for machines to make decisions that impact people's lives. They might then conclude by discussing the need for responsible development of AI. We need to develop AI ethically, we need to create regulations, and we need to create guidelines that will ensure that AI is used responsibly, and also that it's used to benefit society as a whole, and not just a few. And we must always remember that people must be the focus of all advancements. This type of discussion underscores the need for careful consideration of the ethical dilemmas posed by rapid technological advancements. The influence of media on public opinion. Picture someone discussing the role of media in shaping public thought. They might begin by saying, the media plays a very powerful role in shaping public opinion, and also our perceptions of the world and of different issues. It's a very powerful tool that can be used for good or for bad, depending on the purpose and the intention of the media channels. And that's why it's so important to be critical about the information that we receive from different sources, and also to have multiple sources of information. Then they might elaborate on the positive aspects of media. Media can inform the public about important issues, and it can also promote transparency and accountability, and it can also expose corruption and injustices, and it also can promote social awareness. Then they might delve into the negative aspects. But also the media can also spread misinformation. It can also manipulate public opinion, and it can also promote stereotypes, and also can have a negative influence on people's behavior and beliefs. And this can have very damaging consequences in our society. They might conclude by discussing the need to be critical consumers of media. We need to be more critical of the media and its messages, and also we need to be aware of our own biases. And also we need to seek out diverse perspectives. And also we need to learn to be critical thinkers so that we're not so easily manipulated and that we always look for the facts. This type of reflection highlights the complex relationship between the media and public consciousness and the need for critical media literacy. The significance of volunteer work and community engagement. Imagine someone sharing their thoughts on volunteering and community participation. They might start by saying, I believe that volunteer work and community engagement are very essential for building a stronger and more compassionate society, and also it has so many benefits for both the community and the individual. Then, they might elaborate on the personal benefits of volunteering. Volunteering gives us the opportunity to help others in need, and also to make a positive impact in our community, and also it helps us to develop empathy and compassion, and also it allows us to learn new skills and also to expand our social network. And also it gives us a sense of accomplishment and also a sense of belonging. Then they might detail the importance of engaging with community. Also, community engagement is very essential for creating a strong social fabric, and it also allows us to connect with people and to address important social challenges, and also to support and participate in local initiatives and events. They might then conclude by emphasizing the need for collective action. We all have a responsibility to give back to our community, and we all need to participate in building a society that is more inclusive and more just and more compassionate, and we need to work together to achieve that. This conversation emphasizes the importance of giving back to the community and the positive impacts of civic responsibility. A comparison of two different cultures. You've experienced, picture someone sharing their experiences comparing two cultures. They might begin by saying, I had the privilege to experience two very different cultures, and that experience really changed my perspective on how we see the world, and also how we interact with each other and with ourselves. Then they might describe one culture by focusing on traditions, values, and beliefs. In the first culture, which was more traditional, I learned that family is very important, and that we always need to support each other. And also I learned about the importance of respecting your elders, And also I learned that you always need to be responsible and organized and also respectful of traditions. And also people were very calm and peaceful. Then they might do the same for the other culture. And in the second culture, which was more modern, I learned that individuality is very important and also to be very independent, and also to express your feelings openly. And also it's a culture that is very focused on productivity, and that people can be very expressive. Then they might also explain what they learned from the experience. Comparing these two cultures allowed me to see the world from different points of view, and also to challenge some of my assumptions and beliefs. And also it taught me that there is not just one right way to live, but also that there is a lot to learn from different cultures, and also that we are all part of this world, and we all need to respect each other. This type of discussion allows the listener to understand the complexity of cross-cultural understanding, and also the importance of respecting different cultures and different perspectives. The challenges and rewards of solo travel. Imagine someone reflecting on their experiences of traveling alone. They might start by saying, traveling solo can be very challenging, but also very rewarding and also very transformative, and it really allows you to discover yourself and also to learn a lot about yourself and also about the world. Then they might elaborate on the challenges. It's also very challenging because you need to do everything on your own. You need to plan your trip, and you need to navigate in new places. You also need to overcome loneliness and boredom and also deal with unexpected situations, and it's not always easy. Then they might describe the positive aspects. However, solo travel is also very rewarding because it allows you to be completely independent and also to go at your own pace, and also to discover places that are not usually in the tourist guides, and also to meet interesting people, and also to learn new skills, and also to challenge yourself, and to step out of your comfort zone. Then, they might also emphasize what you can learn about yourself. Solo travel can be very transformative because it allows you to learn about yourself and also to become more resilient and to also build your confidence and also to become more independent and adaptable to new and unexpected situations. This reflection emphasizes the personal growth that can come from stepping outside your comfort zone and embracing solitude during your travels. An experience with culture. Shock and how you adapted. Picture someone sharing their experience with culture shock and their process of adjustment. They might start by saying, when I first arrived in that new country, I experienced a lot of culture shock because everything was so different, from the food to the language to the traditions, and it was very challenging and also overwhelming. Then they might elaborate on the specific aspects that were difficult to adjust to. The language barrier was very challenging for me, and I couldn't communicate with anyone. And also the food was very strange, and I didn't like it. And also the customs were very different, and sometimes I made some mistakes, and it felt very embarrassing and very frustrating. Then they might explain how they adapted. However, I tried to be open-minded, and also to learn the language, and to try new foods, and also to embrace the different traditions. And I also tried to interact with local people, and slowly, I started to adapt, and I started to understand the culture more, and also to feel more comfortable and confident. Then they might also describe what they learned from the experience. That experience taught me the importance of cultural sensitivity, and also the importance of being respectful of different ways of life, and also the importance of being open-minded and adaptable, and also resilient, because I know that that experience has made me a better person. This reflection emphasizes the challenges of adapting to a new cultural environment and also the strategies for overcoming culture shock. The benefits of learning a new language. Imagine someone reflecting on the advantages of language learning. They might start by saying, learning a new language is so beneficial for your personal and professional development, and also for your mind and for your soul, and also for your personal and professional relationships, and also it allows you to connect with different people and cultures all over the world. They might also highlight the cognitive benefits. Learning a new language can improve your memory, your critical thinking skills, and also your problem-solving skills. It also opens your mind, and also allows you to understand new perspectives, and also to expand your creativity, and also to improve your communication skills, and also your ability to express yourself clearly and confidently. And then they might describe the practical aspects. And also, knowing another language gives you more job opportunities because the world is globalized. And also, it helps you to be more competitive in the workforce. And also, it allows you to travel to different countries and to experience new cultures, and also to connect with people from all over the world, and also to create amazing friendships and relationships. Then they might conclude by emphasizing the transformative nature of language learning. Learning a new language is a very challenging and very rewarding experience, and it's a way to grow as a person and to challenge yourself, and also to learn to be more patient and also more respectful of different cultures. This type of reflection underscores the multifaceted benefits of learning a new language. The role of art and music in a culture. Picture someone discussing the importance of art and music in shaping culture. They might begin by saying, art and music are essential parts of every culture, and they reflect people's values, their traditions, and their beliefs, and they also play a fundamental role in shaping society and in transmitting cultural knowledge and values to future generations. They might then discuss the role of art in society. Art can express our emotions. It can inspire us. It can challenge our assumptions. And it can also promote creativity and self-expression. And it can also promote social awareness. And it can also connect people from different backgrounds and cultures. Then they might talk about the importance of music. Music also plays a very important role in culture, and it can unite people, it can bring happiness and joy, and also it can evoke emotions, and it can also be a form of self-expression, and also it can transmit cultural knowledge and values. They might conclude by emphasizing their interconnectedness. Art and music are intertwined, and they are expressions of the human spirit, and they are essential to a vibrant and healthy society, and also they are very powerful forms of communication and also very powerful forms of self-expression. This reflection highlights the cultural significance of artistic expression in all its forms. A discussion about sustainable tourism practices. Imagine someone reflecting on the importance of responsible travel. They might begin by saying, sustainable tourism is a very important topic because we all love to travel and explore new places and cultures, but also we need to be mindful of our impact on the environment and also on the local communities, and we need to travel responsibly. Then, they might elaborate on the negative impact of unsustainable tourism. Unfortunately, tourism can also have a negative impact because it can contribute to pollution and also to the destruction of natural habitats and also to the exploitation of local communities, and we need to be aware of that, and we need to act responsibly. Then, they might discuss responsible travel practices. We can make more conscious choices when we travel by supporting local businesses, by reducing our waste, by respecting local traditions, and also by using public transportation, and also by choosing accommodations that are environmentally friendly. And also, we need to be mindful of our actions and our impact in the places that we visit. They might conclude by emphasizing the long-term importance of sustainable tourism. Sustainable tourism is not just about protecting the environment, but also about supporting the local communities, and also about creating a positive and meaningful experience for all. And also by traveling with respect and mindfulness, we can help preserve the beauty and the culture of the places that we visit for future generations to enjoy. This reflection emphasizes the need for conscious travel choices to minimize negative impacts and promote positive outcomes. The impact of travel on personal growth and development. Picture someone discussing the transformative power of travel. They might begin by saying, travel is not only about exploring new places, but it's also a powerful way to learn about yourself, and also to grow as a person and to discover new things, and to expand your mind and your horizons, and also to challenge your perspectives. Then they might elaborate on how travel can expand your perspectives. When you travel, you are exposed to different cultures and traditions and perspectives, and also it challenges your assumptions about the world, and also it teaches you to be more open-minded and tolerant and respectful to different ways of life. And this allows you to expand your mind and also to become more understanding of others, and also more appreciative of the world and its diversity. Then, they might share how travel can help develop self-reliance. Also, solo travel can be very transformative, because it allows you to become more independent and resourceful, and also to manage difficult situations by yourself, and also to step outside of your comfort zone, and to face unexpected challenges, and also to build your self-confidence and your sense of responsibility. Then they might conclude by emphasizing the lasting effects of travel. Traveling is a form of learning, and it has a lasting impact on your personal growth, and it broadens your mind. And also it makes you more aware of the world and the place where you live, and also it makes you appreciate your life from a different point of view. This type of reflection highlights the transformative potential of travel for personal development and growth. A memorable interaction with a local. During your travels, imagine someone sharing a specific instance of connecting with a local while traveling. They might start by saying, "One of the most memorable experiences I had during my travels was when I met an old woman at a local market. She didn't speak English, but we still managed to have a beautiful connection." Then they might describe the specific interaction. "She was selling fruits and vegetables, and I wanted to buy some. And I tried to communicate with gestures. And she laughed, and she started to show me all her products. And she also tried to teach me the names of the fruits. And it was a very beautiful and heartwarming moment, and we understood each other without needing to speak the same language." Then they might focus on the emotional connection. "She was very kind and welcoming, and also very patient with me. And she also shared some personal stories through gestures and facial expressions. And also she made me feel very comfortable and very at peace. And she taught me so many important things with just a smile and with simple gestures." And then they might conclude by explaining the lasting effect of that encounter. "That interaction taught me the power of human connection, and the importance of kindness, and also the beauty of sharing, and also the importance of empathy. And also that even if we don't speak the same language, we can still connect with each other on a human level." This type of story highlights the power of genuine interactions and cross-cultural understanding that can happen while traveling. The best and worst aspects of a particular travel destination. Picture someone sharing their experiences about a specific travel destination. They might start by saying, "I recently visited a beautiful island, and while it had many amazing and fascinating aspects, it also had some drawbacks that are important to consider." Then they might talk about the best features. "The best thing about that place was that it has beautiful beaches with white sand and clear water, and it was like paradise, and it was incredibly beautiful, and also it was so calm and peaceful, and very relaxing, and the sunsets were just breathtakingly beautiful and unforgettable." And then they might focus on the worst parts. "However, the island was also very expensive, and it also had a lot of tourists, and sometimes it felt a little bit crowded. And also it was very hard to find authentic local experiences, because most places were more commercialized and made for the tourists, and that was a little bit disappointing. And also, the island was also not very well prepared to handle a lot of tourists, and sometimes the infrastructure was a little bit deficient." Then they might conclude by giving an overall impression. "Overall, it was a great experience, but it was also important to be aware of both the good and the bad aspects of that place, and also to have a more complete experience of that place." This reflection provides a balanced perspective and shows how to assess the positives and negatives of a travel destination realistically. How travel can promote cross-cultural understanding. Imagine someone reflecting on the power of travel to bridge cultural divides. They might begin by saying, "Travel has the amazing power to promote cross-cultural understanding because it helps us to step outside of our comfort zones, and it helps us to learn about different ways of life, and also to connect with people from different backgrounds and traditions, and it also helps us to develop empathy, and also to challenge our own biases, and to also develop more tolerant and open-minded perspectives." Then they might elaborate on specific examples. "When we travel, we are exposed to different traditions, different customs, and also different ways of thinking, and that can challenge our preconceived ideas and also our stereotypes. And this helps us see the world from different points of view. And also it allows us to better appreciate the diversity of human expression, and also to see that there is no one way to live and to be happy, because we are all different." Then they might explain what it means to connect with others across cultural barriers. Also, when we interact with local people during our trips, we have the opportunity to learn from their experiences and their perspectives, and also their values and their beliefs, and also we learn how to communicate with people that are very different from us. They might conclude by stating the global impact. By promoting cross-cultural understanding, we can build bridges between cultures, and also we can create a more peaceful world, and also a more just and more inclusive world for everyone. This type of reflection highlights how travel can foster empathy and break down prejudices, encouraging a greater understanding of global diversity. The best and worst aspects of online learning. Picture someone discussing the pros and cons of online learning. They might start by saying, online learning has revolutionized education because it offers many new possibilities and new ways of learning, but it also has many limitations, and it's important to analyze all these aspects before deciding. If online learning is the best option, then they might elaborate on the positive benefits. Online learning is very convenient and flexible, and it also allows you to study from anywhere in the world and at your own pace. And it also offers access to a huge variety of resources and courses, and also it provides you with different tools to facilitate communication and collaboration. Then they might discuss the drawbacks. However, online learning can also be very isolating because you don't have a physical connection with your classmates and with your teachers, and also it requires a lot of discipline and also good time management skills, and also it can be very challenging to stay motivated and focused when you're studying at home without the typical classroom environment, which allows you to feel more disciplined and focused. And then they might conclude by sharing their overall impressions. Online learning is very valuable, but it's also very important to be aware of its challenges and to try to create a learning environment where we can make the most of the experience. This reflection emphasizes the need to weigh the convenience and accessibility of online learning against its potential drawbacks. The importance of lifelong learning and personal development. Imagine someone discussing the value of continuous learning and self-improvement. They might begin by saying, lifelong learning is essential for personal and professional development because the world is constantly changing, and also we need to adapt to new situations, and also we need to acquire new skills and knowledge, and that's the only way to continue to grow as individuals and to also to achieve our goals and to have a successful and fulfilling life. Then, they might describe why it's important for personal growth. Lifelong learning helps us to expand our minds, and it also helps us to become more adaptable and resilient, and also more creative. And it also helps us to be more open to new ideas and new experiences, and also to challenge our perspectives. Then, they might explore the professional benefits. Lifelong learning also enhances our career prospects, and also it keeps us relevant in the workplace, and also it allows us to acquire new skills, and also to pursue new opportunities, and also to achieve our professional goals, and to become leaders in our fields. Then, they might conclude by emphasizing the overall impact on well-being. Lifelong learning is not just about acquiring new skills and knowledge, but it's also a journey of self-discovery. And also, it allows you to continue to grow as a person, and also to live a more meaningful and more fulfilling life. This reflection emphasizes the ongoing need to learn and evolve throughout our lives. The role of technology in education. Picture someone discussing the influence of technology on learning. They might start by saying, technology has had a very transformative impact on education, and it has created new possibilities and also new ways to learn, and also new tools for teachers to be more efficient, and also to reach more students. And it has definitely revolutionized education. Then they might discuss the positive aspects. Technology has made education more accessible, and it has also made it more engaging. And also it allows students to learn at their own pace. And also it provides them access to a vast amount of information. And also interactive tools. And also innovative and creative resources. And then they might also discuss the drawbacks of using technology in education. However, we need to be aware about the challenges of using technology, and we need to use it responsibly, and we need to be mindful about the importance of personal contact between teachers and students, because technology should be a support tool and not replace the teacher's work and their influence. Then, they might also conclude by emphasizing the need to use technology wisely. Technology is a very powerful tool, and it can be used for good or for bad, and we need to use it in a way that will enhance the learning experience, and also to ensure that all students have access to the best possible education. And we must always remember that technology is not the end goal, but a means to achieve better learning outcomes. This reflection highlights the potential benefits of technology in education, while also cautioning against over-reliance and the need for a balanced approach. The challenges of adapting to a new education system. Imagine someone sharing their experience of transitioning to a different education system. They might begin by saying, adapting to a new education system can be very challenging and also very disorienting, especially if it's very different from what you are used to, and it also makes you feel very overwhelmed. Then they might elaborate on the specific challenges. The teaching methods might be different. The pace of learning might be faster or slower. The grading system might be different. And also the relationships between teachers and students can be different. And also, the expectations and the level of work might also be different. And also, the language can also be an additional challenge. Then they might also talk about strategies for adaptation. However, with time and also with hard work and also with patience, you will eventually adapt to the new system. And also it's important to find the right support groups, and also to connect with teachers and with other students, and also to be proactive in your learning. And then finally, they might also discuss the positive outcomes. Adapting to a new education system can also be a very valuable and rewarding experience because it teaches you flexibility, adaptability, resilience, and also it allows you to broaden your horizons, and also to improve your learning strategies. This type of reflection underscores the importance of flexibility and resilience when navigating a new educational environment. A comparison of different education systems. Picture someone discussing the differences between various education systems. They might begin by saying, different countries have very different approaches to education, and also some systems are more effective than others, and each one has advantages and also limitations. And also they have different philosophies and different values and different priorities. Then they might elaborate on the structure of one type of system. For example, some education systems are very structured and also very standardized, and also very competitive. And also they place a strong emphasis on test scores, and also on academic achievement, and they are very focused on results and performance. Then they might describe the features of another system. However, other education systems are more flexible and also more student-centered, and also they focus on creativity, critical thinking, and also collaboration and on the development of life skills. Then they might also conclude by emphasizing the importance of learning from each other. It's also very useful to compare different systems to learn what works well and what can be improved, and also to see what are the best practices and also the most effective strategies for student development and also for a better and more inclusive learning process. This comparison highlights the diversity of approaches to education around the world and the need to consider various methods and their outcomes. Imagine listening to a discussion about the role of teachers in shaping students' lives. Someone might start by saying, teachers are so much more than instructors because they are also mentors, guides, and role models, and they play a very essential role in shaping the lives of their students, and also in inspiring them, and in guiding them towards their goals and dreams. Then they might elaborate on the different ways that teachers can have a positive influence. They teach us not only academic knowledge, but also they teach us about values and about respect and about empathy, and also about critical thinking and about communication skills, and they also help us become well-rounded individuals and to understand the world in more meaningful ways. They might also share how teachers can create a positive learning environment. Also, great teachers can create a positive and inspiring learning environment where students feel safe and also respected and also encouraged to participate and to ask questions and also to explore their creativity and to be themselves and also to learn from their mistakes. Then they might conclude by emphasizing the long-term impact. Teachers have a lasting impact in the lives of their students, and their positive influence extends far beyond the classroom. And they really make a difference in society by shaping the future generations of leaders and also of citizens. This reflection highlights the profound influence teachers have on individual development and the positive role they play in the growth of society. Now picture someone discussing the importance of critical thinking skills. They might start by saying, critical thinking skills are essential for success in life and also in our daily lives because they enable us to make informed decisions and also to solve problems, and also to analyze information, and also to evaluate arguments, and also to form our own opinions. Then they might also elaborate on the importance of critical thinking for individuals. These skills are vital for personal growth, and also for effective communication, and also for navigating the complexities of the modern world. And also, it allows us to become more self-aware and more mindful of our own thinking processes. And then they might explain the value for society at large. Also, critical thinking skills are important for a well-functioning society because they enable citizens to make informed decisions about important issues and also to resist manipulation and to promote social justice and also to contribute to social progress. And then they might also conclude by emphasizing the importance of developing these skills. We need to foster critical thinking skills in education and also in our workplaces and also in our communities so that we can build a more rational and also more tolerant and also more democratic world for everyone. This reflection underscores the importance of thinking critically in order to make informed choices and also to be able to contribute to the progress of society. Imagine a simple conversation about the benefits and drawbacks of standardized testing. Someone might start by saying, "Standardized testing is a very important topic in the educational world, and it has both benefits and drawbacks. And that's why it's very important to analyze these aspects before deciding what to do." Then they might elaborate on the advantages of testing. Standardized tests can be used to measure students' learning progress and also to assess their knowledge in different areas. And it can also allow for comparability between different educational systems and between different students. And then they might also describe the challenges. But standardized testing can also create a lot of anxiety and also pressure for students, and it can also reduce the focus on creativity and critical thinking. And also it can be biased, and also not accurate in measuring all aspects of a student's knowledge. And also they might conclude by emphasizing the need for a more comprehensive approach. We need to find other ways to assess students' learning and also to develop a more comprehensive approach to education that focuses not only on test scores, but also on the development of the students as a whole. And also we need to help students to improve their learning process and not only focus on the results of a test. This discussion underscores the need for a balanced assessment of student performance, taking into account their progress and also their overall abilities. Picture someone discussing the importance of ethical conduct in the workplace. They might begin by saying, "Ethical conduct is essential in any workplace because it creates a culture of trust and respect, and also it promotes collaboration, and it also ensures fair treatment, and also promotes transparency and accountability." And then they might also describe the positive impact of having ethical standards in business. When companies act ethically, they build a strong reputation, they attract talented employees and customers, and also they contribute to the well-being of society. And they also create a positive influence in their communities and also in the world at large. And then they might also explore the negative effects of not acting ethically. However, if a company is unethical and they are acting in a dishonest way, that can lead to financial problems and to conflicts and also to reputational damage, and also it can cause a lot of harm to the employees and to the customers. And also they might also conclude by stating the importance of all workers acting ethically. All employees must act with integrity and also with honesty and also with fairness, and also to always respect ethical guidelines in all their work so that we can create a better workplace and a better environment where we all can thrive. This reflection emphasizes the critical role of ethics in creating healthy and sustainable work environments. Imagine someone talking about the role of technology in promoting global connectivity. They might start by saying, "Technology has revolutionized our world, and it has become an essential tool for promoting global connectivity, and also it allows people from all over the world to connect with each other, and also to communicate instantly, and to share information, and also it has created a globalized world where people are more connected than ever before." And then they might explore the different ways that technology is used to create these connections. Social media platforms connect people from different backgrounds, and they also allow people to stay in touch with their friends and family, and also to share ideas and experiences, and also to organize social movements. Then they might emphasize the importance of this type of connection. Technology also allows for access to knowledge and also to resources from all over the world, and it also promotes innovation and collaboration, and it makes the world much smaller and also more interconnected and also much more globalized. Then they might also conclude by highlighting the responsibility for using technology wisely. We must use technology responsibly and also ethically to promote cross-cultural understanding and also to bridge cultural divides and also to build a more inclusive and a more connected world for everyone. This conversation underscores the positive potential of technology to bring people together and to foster a sense of global community. Now, picture someone describing their ideal job. They might begin by saying, "My ideal job is something that I'm very passionate about, something that allows me to use my skills and my talents, and also something that allows me to make a positive impact on the world and also to feel like I'm contributing with my work, and also to feel fulfilled and happy." Then they might also elaborate on the elements that are crucial for them in a workplace. It's also essential that the environment is very positive, collaborative, supportive, and also very challenging, and also with growth opportunities, and also with the opportunity to work with inspiring people, and also to learn from them. And also, I need to have a leader that inspires me and gives me the opportunity to grow and to develop my full potential. Then they might discuss the importance of work-life balance. It's also important to have a good work-life balance so that I can have enough time to spend with my family and my friends, and also to do my hobbies, and to travel, and also to relax and to recharge my energy, and also to achieve a good life balance so that I can be healthier and more productive. They might also conclude by stating what they value most in their work. The most important thing for me is to feel that I am contributing to the world, and also that my work makes a difference in the lives of others, and also that I am helping to create a better world for everyone. This reflection emphasizes the importance of finding purpose and meaning in your work. Imagine someone discussing their views on career advancement and professional development. They might begin by saying, "I believe that career advancement and also professional development are very important for personal growth, and also for achieving long-term success, and also for reaching your full potential in your chosen field." Then they might explore the importance of career advancement. Career advancement allows you to take on new responsibilities, and also to develop your leadership skills and to gain new experiences and also to earn a higher income, and also to achieve professional goals, and also to improve your quality of life. And then they might talk about the importance of professional development. Also, professional development allows you to stay current with the latest skills and knowledge, and also it improves your performance and it enhances your creativity, and it also expands your knowledge, and it also helps you grow as an individual and as a professional. Then, they might also conclude by emphasizing the importance of setting goals. It's essential to set clear goals for your career, and also to invest in your own development, and to also never stop learning, and to continue to grow and to improve throughout your life so that you can always be the best version of yourself and also a successful professional. This reflection highlights the ongoing need to develop skills, acquire new knowledge, and advance your career. Let's listen to a simple conversation about different approaches to stress management and relaxation. They might start by saying, "Stress management and relaxation are essential for our physical and mental well-being, because we all need to find healthy ways to deal with stress, and to calm our minds, and to recharge our energy so that we can feel better and also improve all aspects of our lives." And then they might describe some activities that help to reduce stress. I find that exercise is a very helpful way to relieve stress because it helps me to release tension. And also, it makes me feel more energized and more positive. And also, I love to dance because that helps me feel free and happy, and it also makes my body feel alive. Then they might explore different mindfulness practices. I also practice mindfulness and meditation, and that allows me to slow down, to calm my mind, and to focus on the present moment. And I also try to breathe deeply when I'm feeling stressed. And also I try to spend time in nature so that I can reconnect with myself and recharge my batteries. And then they might conclude by emphasizing the importance of finding what works best for each individual. We all need to find what works best for us and to incorporate it into our daily lives so that we can manage our stress more effectively and also improve our physical, emotional, and mental health. And also we must always remember to prioritize our self-care. This reflection highlights the need to manage stress and incorporate relaxation into our daily routines. Imagine someone discussing the benefits of a healthy diet and regular exercise. They might begin by saying, "A healthy diet and regular exercise are essential for maintaining a good physical health and a good mental well-being, and also it also allows us to have more energy, and also it allows us to be more productive, and also it helps us have a more fulfilled and happier life." Then they might elaborate on the importance of nutrition. Eating a variety of healthy foods such as fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains is very important. And it also provides our body with all the nutrients that we need. And that helps us prevent disease. And it helps us to maintain a healthy weight. Then, they might talk about the importance of physical activity. Regular exercise can help us strengthen our muscles and also our bones. And also, it improves our cardiovascular health. And also, it helps us manage stress, and it also improves our mood and allows us to release tension from our body. And it gives us more energy. And then, they might conclude by emphasizing the need to make healthy choices. It's very important to make healthy choices in our diet and exercise, and to find activities that we enjoy and that we can maintain throughout our lives. And also, we need to see our well-being as a priority, and that way we will have a better and more enjoyable life. This reflection underscores the importance of making lifestyle choices that promote physical health and mental well-being. Finally, picture someone discussing the importance of effective communication in relationships. They might start by saying, "Communication is the foundation of all healthy relationships. And also, it's essential to express our feelings, our needs, and our thoughts. And also, it's essential to understand others and their perspectives, and their points of view, and also to connect with each other on a deeper level. And that's what builds real relationships with love and respect and trust." Then they might explore what effective communication means. Effective communication also involves active listening and also using clear language, and also being respectful and also being honest with our feelings and also with our needs and our wants. And also it involves being patient and understanding, and also using empathy in our interactions, and also to not be afraid to show our vulnerability. Then they might also explain the consequences of poor communication. Poor communication can lead to misunderstandings and also to conflicts, and also to hurt feelings, and also it can damage the relationships, and it can also create a toxic and unhealthy environment for everyone. And then they might also conclude by emphasizing the need to practice good communication skills. We all need to work on our communication skills. And also we need to learn how to express ourselves clearly, and also how to listen to others effectively, and also to learn how to resolve conflicts in a respectful manner. And this is the way to create stronger and also healthier relationships, and a more respectful environment for everyone to feel safe and loved. This reflection emphasizes the fundamental role of communication in building strong and healthy relationships. Imagine listening to a discussion about different communication styles and their impact. Someone might start by saying, "Communication styles vary greatly between people and also between cultures, and also understanding these different styles is very important for building strong and also healthy relationships, and also avoiding misunderstandings, and also resolving conflicts." And then they might elaborate on different communication approaches. Some people are very direct, and they express their opinions very clearly and also very honestly, and they value directness and efficiency, and also clarity in all communications. And also, others people prefer to be more indirect, and they may also use nonverbal cues, and also they might be more sensitive, and also more focused on maintaining harmony and also avoiding conflict, and also preserving relationships. And then they might discuss how these differences can create challenges. When people with different communication styles interact, that can sometimes lead to misunderstandings, and also to misinterpretations, and also to frustration, and also to hurt feelings. So it's very important to be aware of these different approaches, and also to adapt your communication style so you can have better understanding of others. They might also conclude by emphasizing the importance of adapting your communication style. Learning to communicate effectively with people who have different styles is a skill that can really help you to build strong and meaningful relationships, and also to improve your work collaborations, and also to navigate different situations in a better and more respectful manner. This reflection highlights the importance of understanding and adapting to different communication preferences. Now, picture someone discussing how to navigate conflict and disagreements in relationships. They might begin by saying, "Conflict and disagreements are inevitable in any relationship, and that's why it's very important to learn how to navigate them in a respectful and constructive manner so that you can have a more positive and also a healthier dynamic." Then, they might elaborate on the importance of communication. The first step is to always communicate openly and honestly with each other, and also to express your feelings without attacking the other person, and also to be calm, and also to listen to the other person carefully without interrupting, and also to show empathy and to understand their point of view. And then they might explore strategies for resolution. Also, it's very important to try to find common ground and also to compromise and also to focus on finding solutions instead of blaming each other, and also to be willing to apologize if you were wrong, and also to forgive each other and also to work together as a team to resolve the conflict. And also they might also conclude by emphasizing the need to learn and grow from conflict. Conflicts can also be opportunities for growth in a relationship. And also, if you handle them in a respectful and constructive way, they can actually bring you closer. And also they can improve your understanding of each other, and also to make your relationship stronger, because you can learn so much from difficult situations. This reflection emphasizes that conflict is a normal part of any relationship, and that it's essential to manage disagreements with respect and empathy. Imagine a simple conversation about the challenges of maintaining long-distance relationships. Someone might start by saying, "Maintaining a long-distance relationship can be very challenging because you're not able to see each other and also to be together physically. And also you are not able to share physical affection, and it also requires a lot of effort and a lot of communication and also a lot of trust and commitment from both sides, and that's not always easy." Then they might elaborate on the difficulties. The lack of physical presence can create loneliness and also misunderstandings, and it also can be hard to keep the spark alive. And also it requires a lot of creativity to be able to do things together despite the distance, and also to maintain a strong connection and to also feel emotionally connected. And then they might also share their strategies for success. However, with effective communication and also with mutual support, and with a lot of trust, it is also possible to have a strong and healthy long-distance relationship. And also it's very important to set clear expectations, and also to find creative ways to spend time together, and also to show your affection and your support, and also to always communicate openly and honestly with each other. And then they might also conclude by saying that, despite the challenges, long-distance relationships can be very rewarding. Long-distance relationships can be very challenging, but they can also be very rewarding. And also they can strengthen the connection between two people. And also they can also be a very interesting and very meaningful experience. And also they can help you appreciate your relationship more and also see each other in a different and more meaningful way. This reflection highlights the difficulties and the strategies for maintaining a strong connection when geographically separated. Picture someone discussing the impact of social media on interpersonal relationships. They might begin by saying, "Social media has transformed the way we interact and the way we communicate with each other, and also it has both benefits and drawbacks for our interpersonal relationships, and it has also changed the way we create friendships and also relationships with our family and also with our partners." Then, they might elaborate on the negative impacts. Social media can sometimes lead to social isolation because people spend more time online than interacting, face-to-face, and also it can lead to comparisons and also to anxiety and also to cyberbullying, and it can also make people feel disconnected. And also it can also lead to unrealistic expectations about relationships and also about life, and also to self-esteem issues. And then, they might explore the positive aspects of social media. However, social media can also be used for good, and also it allows you to connect with people all over the world, and also it allows you to stay in touch with your family and friends that live far away, and also it allows you to find people with similar interests, and also to create online communities, and also to organize events. They might also conclude by emphasizing the need to use social media wisely. We need to be mindful of how we use social media, and to not allow it to replace genuine face-to-face interactions, and also to use social media in a way that promotes real connections and also positive relationships. And that's the only way to make the most of this technology. This discussion highlights the complex and often contradictory influence of social media on human connection and the importance of using it thoughtfully. Imagine someone discussing the importance of empathy and active listening. They might start by saying, "Empathy and active listening are essential skills for building meaningful connections and for creating strong and also healthy relationships, and also for promoting understanding and compassion in our interactions and in our daily lives." Then they might elaborate on the meaning of empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and to share the feelings of another person. And also, it allows us to see the world from their perspective, and it also helps us connect with them on a deeper level, and also to be more compassionate and also more understanding and also more tolerant. Then they might explain the value of active listening. Active listening is about focusing on what other people are saying, and also paying attention to their body language, and also to their tone of voice, and also to the message they are trying to communicate, and also to validate their feelings and also to respond in a very thoughtful way. And also to show them respect, they might also conclude by emphasizing the importance of these skills. Practicing empathy and active listening, it really enhances our relationships because it makes us more kind, more understanding, more compassionate, and it also helps us to resolve conflict in a more constructive way. And also it makes our relationships stronger and more meaningful. This reflection underscores the importance of these skills in building strong and compassionate relationships. Now, picture someone sharing their insights on how to build and maintain strong friendships. They might begin by saying, building and also maintaining strong friendships requires a lot of time and also a lot of effort and a lot of trust and also a lot of commitment and a lot of mutual respect and also effective communication from both sides. Then, they might elaborate on the essential qualities of a good friend. Good friends are always there for each other. They are supportive, they are loyal, they are honest, and they are also compassionate. And also they are reliable, and they are also trustworthy, and also they listen to you without judging. And they also support your dreams and also your goals, and they also make you feel good about yourself. And then, they might also discuss the importance of spending quality time together. It's very important to invest quality time with your friends, and also to share experiences together, and also to laugh together, and to also create meaningful memories. And also it's very important to support each other through the challenging moments and also through the positive ones. And then they might also conclude by emphasizing the long-term value of friendship. Friendship is so valuable, and also it makes life so much richer, and also it provides you with a support system, and also with a sense of belonging, and also with happiness, and also with joy, and also these relationships need to be cared for and nurtured, and that's what makes them last for many years. This reflection highlights the fundamental role of nurturing strong friendships in our lives. Imagine someone sharing their views on what constitutes a fulfilling and meaningful relationship. They might begin by saying, a fulfilling and meaningful relationship is based on love, respect, and also on trust, and also on effective communication, and also on a strong connection, and also it requires commitment, and also effort from both sides, and also shared values and shared goals. Then they might elaborate on the importance of mutual respect and understanding. Both people in the relationship need to respect each other and also to accept each other for who they are, and also to understand their perspectives and their values, and also to support each other's dreams and goals, and also to be there for each other throughout the good times, and also throughout the challenging times, and also to show empathy and kindness and care for one another. Then they might also describe the importance of effective communication. Also, effective communication is essential because we need to express our feelings, our thoughts, and also our needs. And also we need to listen actively, and also to be honest, and also to be vulnerable, and also to be open-minded, and also to be respectful when we are sharing our thoughts and opinions, and also to be able to receive constructive criticism. And then finally, they might conclude by emphasizing the ongoing effort to build a meaningful connection. A meaningful relationship also requires effort, time, commitment from both sides, and it's not just something that happens automatically. It requires mutual understanding, a mutual commitment, a mutual effort, and also a mutual desire to be together, and also to grow together throughout your journey in life, and to always be supportive and also to always be present for one another. And also it means that you will become each other's best friends and also a team. This reflection underscores the various components required to create fulfilling and meaningful relationships. Finally, picture someone reflecting on the meaning of success and how it's defined. They might begin by saying, the meaning of success can be very subjective, and also it varies greatly from person to person, and also it depends on your personal values, and also on your priorities, and also what your goals are in life, and also how you define happiness and fulfillment, and also how you define your own personal and professional achievements. Then they might explore the common perceptions of success. For some people, success is about achieving material wealth, having a successful career, having power and recognition, and a lot of fame. And for others, it's all about having good relationships and spending time with their loved ones, and also making a positive impact on the world, and also living a simple life and making choices that are in alignment with their values and beliefs. They might also describe their own view of what success means for them. For me, success is about living a life that is authentic, meaningful, and also fulfilling. And also it's about pursuing my passions, and it's about making a positive impact in the lives of others. And also it's about being surrounded by love and happiness and joy, and also contributing to the world with my gifts and talents, and also growing as a person every single day. And then, they might conclude by highlighting the importance of creating your own definition of success. It's also very important to define success in your own terms, and not according to what other people tell you or also what society tells you. And also it's about finding what is most important for you, and also to create a path in life that resonates with your soul and also with your mind, and also with your heart. This type of reflection challenges the listener to consider different definitions of success and to create their own personal path according to their own values and aspirations. Imagine someone discussing different approaches to building trust and respect. They might begin by saying, building trust and also respect are very fundamental for any meaningful relationship, and also for creating a positive environment, and also for having healthy and strong communication, and also collaborations, and also for being happy. Then, they might explain different approaches to building trust. Trust is built over time, and also it requires honesty, and also consistency, and also reliability, and also keeping your promises, and also showing that you are someone that others can rely on, and it also means being vulnerable, and sharing your feelings, and also being transparent with your intentions. Then, they might elaborate on how to build respect. Respect is earned by treating others with kindness, with courtesy, and also with empathy, and also by listening to their opinions, and also by valuing their perspectives, even if you disagree with them, and also by accepting them for who they are, and also without judging them, and also by valuing their time and also their presence. They might also conclude by emphasizing the importance of both. Building both trust and respect is an essential part of all human interactions, and also it's very important to work on both aspects of a relationship so that you can create strong and healthy and meaningful connections with others in all areas of your life. This reflection highlights the essential role of trust and respect in creating positive and meaningful interactions. Now, let's consider someone reflecting on the role of communication in fostering healthy family dynamics. They might start by saying, communication is the key to a healthy family life. It is essential for creating a loving, supportive, and also a respectful environment where every family member can express themselves freely, and also they can share their thoughts, their feelings, and their needs, and also where everyone feels heard and also valued. Then, they might discuss the value of open communication. Open communication allows family members to express their emotions honestly and also to resolve conflict constructively, and also to understand each other better and also to support each other throughout the different stages of their lives, and also to have more empathy, and also to have a stronger connection with each other. They might also highlight the importance of active listening. Active listening is very important for family relationships because it allows everyone to feel heard and also to feel understood, and also it creates a safe space for everyone to express their thoughts and feelings. And also it helps to solve conflicts in a more respectful and constructive way. And then, they might conclude by emphasizing the importance of nurturing healthy communication. When we create healthy communication patterns in our family, we are actually building strong relationships that are based on love, respect, and understanding. And also it makes the family a supportive and also a safe space where all members can thrive and grow and also become the best version of themselves. This reflection underscores the vital role communication plays in creating strong and supportive family bonds.